Hey guys, did you know Einstein brain was stolen, cut into pieces and studied to unlock the mystery behind his intelligence? The tragic story of how Einstein brain was stolen and wasn't even special to know about that. The father of relativity was born on March 14, 1879, respected all over the world for his genius. It was theorized by many in the scientific community that his brain might actually be physically different from the average human mind. Albert Einstein, the Nobel Prize winning physicist, so special that when he died in Princeton Hospital on April 18, 1955, the pathologist on call, Thomas Harvey, stole his brain. Although Einstein did not want his brain or body to be studied or worshipped, the pathologist Thomas Harvey removed the scientist's brain without the permission and kept it aside in the hope of unlocking the secret of his genius. Not only did Harvey steal Albert Einstein's brain, but he also removed the physicist's eye. The rest of the ancient body was cremated in Trenton, New Jersey on April 20, at which time his son, Hans Herbert Einstein, learned what Harvey had done. He eventually agreed that the brain could be studied, but only on the condition that those studies be published in scientific journals of high standing. But Harvey took the brain anyway, without the permission of the Einstein or his family. When the fact came out that Harvey soon lost his job at the Princeton Hospital and took the brain to Philadelphia, where it was carved into 240 pieces and preserved in celluloid, a hard and a rubbery form of cellulose. He divided up the pieces into two jars and stored them in his basement. Later, after he was able to get the approval of Einstein's son, Harvey chopped the brain and then sent again to the various scientists for the research. Even the United States Army received the samples from the very pathologist. They felt that having it would put them on a par with the Russians, said Abrahams, who were collecting their own brains at that time. People were collecting brain. It was a thing. Harvey traveled to different parts of the world carrying the parts of the brain with him. After Harvey's wife threatened to dispose of the brain, he returned to retrieve it and took it with him to the Midwest. For a time, he worked as a medical supervisor in a biological testing lab in Wichita, Kansas, keeping the brain in a cedar box stashed in a beer cooler. He moved again to the western Missouri and practiced medicine while trying to study the brain in his spare time. Only to lose his medical license in 1988 after failing a 3-day competency exam, he then relocated to Lawrence, Kansas, took an assembly line job in plastic extrusion factory, moved into a second-floor apartment next to a gas station, and befriended a neighbor, the best poet of William Burgess. Harvey's obsession with the Albert Einstein brain not only cost him the loss of the job in Princeton, however, but also medical license and his marriage. He moved to Wichita, Kansas again, and where, to shock of the one journalist in 1978, Harvey had been keeping the brain in a cedar box beneath a beer cooler. Once the word got out, the first study of ancient brain was published in 1985 with a controversial results. So finally, in 2010, Harvey transferred all of his holdings constituting the remains of the ancient brain to the National Museum of Health and Medicine.